We'll start with Dan King. Can't hear you, Dan, sorry. Okay, we'll move to James Sharp while Dan sorts his audio.
Hi, Brendan.
Okay, James.
I'm just wondering, obviously, Albright was at left back today. Luke Thomas had an issue in the build-up. Seen Soincha go down again today. It feels like every game that goes by, there's another defender kind of drops. I mean, how far away are we from you dusting down your shin pads and boots and having to fill in some holes in this defensive line?
A long way. A long way off, yeah. Now, we might have to warm Colo up and see if we can get Colo back. But it's just been frightening, really, I think. And it's the huge frustration, because if we've got these players available, you only need to look at defensively, it's very, very frustrating. But it's, we have to get on with it.
The centre-back pairing of you and Colo Touré then is coming up in the near future.
No, that was definitely not. Certainly, I wouldn't be much use in there.
You mentioned earlier about Antonio Conte's comments about him not being able to improve his squad, what he requires to be challenging at that end of the table. Do you share his frustrations about your own squad?
No, I respect where we are. I know there's an expectation because of how well we've done in the last couple of seasons, but I know the reality here, and we're not anywhere near that level. That's the brutal honesty of it. We don't have the resources that a lot of those clubs have. We have to find a different way. And I know that if the club have the money here, they will support the team. If they don't, they know that I'm a developer of players, and I'll develop the team, and I'll always be respectful of the club. So yeah, we all want to challenge. I want to challenge. I want to be where we've been for a few years. But the reality is we don't have those resources, so we have to find other ways to arrive back.
Thanks, Brendan. All the best for the weekend.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks, James. We'll give it another go with Dan. Still can't hear you, Dan.
Turn it up.
We might have you to drop me a text with your questions, and we'll go to John Percy.
Hi, Brendan. You okay?
Okay, John. Yeah.
Just following on from what you were saying there about resources. I mean, obviously the club released their financial accounts earlier today. Obviously, COVID's had a massive impact on all clubs, but for a club of Leicester's size, those losses, it's been really difficult, hasn't it, for you to, in the summer window and January, just that impact's been significant, hasn't it?
Yeah. I think that's the reality. So, I have to get on with that. The club don't have the money, then we can't bring players in. It's as simple as that. So I have to find ways to develop those players.
I just wondered if you had any sort of discussions about the summer budget, obviously with what could be available in the summer.
No, that's not something that I'm aware of yet.
Okay, thanks, Brendan.
Okay, John.
Okay, we'll go to Neil Moxley.
Hello, Brendan.
Okay, Neil.
I'm just wondering, a few minutes ago, you sort of joked that you don't look further than one game ahead. We all know that cover the club on a fairly regular basis that there have been horrific extenuating circumstances this season, injuries and a fixture pile-up and all the rest of it. I'm just wondering, is that a mantra you've had throughout your managerial career? You don't look further than one game ahead because you just can't take anything for granted? Yeah,
I joke, but I'm also serious as well, Neil. It's definitely that. I think, especially when you gain more experience, you would, I think as you gain more experience in the game, and you can only really focus on the next game. And it's one that it'll get rolled out from experienced managers, but it really is true. I think you can always look to plan forward. Tomorrow we'll be finalising some pre-season stuff and looking at the World Cup next year and finalising some plans around that. So you've got to plan forward, of course, but the reality is, in terms of football games and preparation, you're always looking to the next game, and that's as far as you can look.
I mean, it seems like such a precarious existence for you, Brendan, and no, I just can't really understand why where this criticism is coming from. Does it puzzle you sometimes that people don't take into account the fact you're playing a match every 3 days at the moment, and you've got pretty much injuries? I don't think you fielded the same back four for more than 2 games, have you?
No, I don't think it's been like that for us a little bit. If you think back to even last season at times, we had a really young back four. We were playing Christian Fuchs at left side centre half. So it's been that. It's just we're not a club and a team that's robust enough yet, that's used to European football and playing lots of games. And especially when there's young players, Neil, you're going to have this. But the gaining great experiences for it. The criticism, listen, I accept that. It's always there. It doesn't alter my mood. I think I said that the other day. I understand when you don't win games, you have to take the criticism. That's unfortunately, I can cry here all I want about injuries and stuff like that, but it won't wash. So all you can do is just focus on the football, and that's all I try and do. And I love being here. I really enjoy being here, and I will always give my very, very best. And when you're getting criticism, you just get the tin hat on and you get on with it, and just keep doing your work. And that's what I try and do. I'm honest in my work. I go in. I'm in the morning about 7:30, and I'll leave late at night. So trying to do the very best that we can. And if that's not enough, it's okay. I will be moved on and then recover and then go again. But I love being here, and I want to be here, and I enjoy working with the players now. And I genuinely feel that we'll, as I said, in time, once we get players back, we'll get back to that level again.
Thanks for your time, Brendan.
Thanks, Ned. Thank you.
All right, guys, we'll try one more time if we can hear Dan, and if not, we'll say goodnight.
Oh.
It looks like a great question, but we just can't hear you.
Let's see.
No, I can't hear anything. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. Apologies.
See you guys. Good night.